here, and today I'm out on the V-Strom, and today I'm going for a ride out on what's called the World Forgotten Highway. That's the old road that goes through to Whangamamana. You can ride right through there and come out at Tamaranui. But I'm going to be having a look at a couple of things today. We'll do a couple of stops on this trip today. So we'll head out. I'll be turning off at a place called Strathmore, and there's a couple of things out in that area that we're going to have a look at. They're not things that are really that mind-bending, but they're quite interesting. There's a lot of history in that area out there, so we'll go and have a look, and we'll see you when we get a little bit closer to where we're going today. So this is the top of the Strathmore saddle here. We'll just stop here for a moment and have a bit of a look. It's a little bit cloudy out here today, but this is a good spot. If you want to see Mount Taranaki, you can see it from here. On a nice clear day, it looks pretty cool. And straight across the road here, on a really clear day, you can see Mount Ruapehu from here quite clearly. It looks awesome in the winter time when it's snow covered. So we're heading out here into this countryside out here. This is a bit of a wilderness out here, and I like going into the wilderness. I like being on my own and going into places that are a little bit remote. So let's go and have a look. A couple of good things to see there, and enjoy the rest of our ride. We're going to turn off here and head up to where we want to go. This way, this little settlement here is called Strathmore, and a little bit of history here too. There's Powerco's switching station over there on the right. It's the West Powerco. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Cattle running around the road, and sound the horn for access. I'm not quite sure what that means, but anyway. Oh, they're waving me on. Thanks, mate. And as we come round this corner here, we have a tunnel. So this tunnel is the Makahoo Tunnel, and it was built in 1907 and it's 166 metres long, and it was originally made out of wood, or the inside of it was lined with wood. A bit of an elaborate sort of a setup it was, with a thin veneer layer of timber around it, but it caved in quite often. So in 1919 the wood had gone so rotten that the tunnel really started to collapse. So the tunnel was closed for 2 years while they relined it with concrete. Well, 1998, when it was given a major upgrade, they spent about $500,000 on it, apparently. So that's a little bit of its history. You can read about its history online, of course. There's a lot of information about all these tunnels around Taranaki. Here comes a vehicle coming up to go through the tunnel now. It might be, could be a logging truck. No, it's a digger. So that's good. Is he going to fit? So there you go. Today this tunnel gives access to the Tiwira Forest and to the Otua station, and up the road here further when we turn off, this road heads into what's known as the Wanganui National Park. So yeah, a lot of history in this area, and especially around these tunnels. There's about a dozen tunnels around this Taranaki area, starting right back at sort of at the Awakino Gorge right through south here to where we are and into the southern Taranaki area. I think there's about a dozen or so tunnels, and I'm hoping to visit as many of them as I can and do a little video. So yeah, let's head on through and head up the road a bit further and have a look at the next thing. That's the tunnel. So we're going to continue on now. We've got a little bit of a ride ahead of us. I'll be turning off up the road here a little bit further, and I think we've got probably about 15 kilometres of gravel road, so that's a bit of a challenge for me, and that'll take us right out into the wilderness. So let's head off out there, and as we ride through the bush and down that road, I'll take a bit of footage and you can see where we're going. As you can see there, big logging truck just went past. One of the things about these roads and out in this part of the country that I really enjoy is just taking a really relaxed ride. I'm never in a hurry when I'm riding on one of these roads. There's a lot of motorcyclists are often in a bit of a hurry, but it's not always the best practice. So here we are. We're going to turn off here and we'll be heading east towards the Wanganui National Park, and I think we come onto the gravel, so this will be a bit of a ride. It's a really good bike to ride on gravel, this V-Strom. It handles it really well. I'm not an off-road rider, I very rarely take it off-road. I've ridden up the odd farm track, but I have done a bit of gravel riding on this bike and I find it really good, find it easy to handle, and it seems to skip over the stones alright, so great adventure bike, absolutely fantastic adventure bike. You should get one. So we're still heading in towards the place where I want to go today, and we're following the Wangamomina River over here on my left. It's quite a drop down to there, so I won't want to be running off the road today. I stopped back there before and I let a bit of air out of the tyres. I pumped the tyres up yesterday because my lovely wife Suzanne came for a ride with me yesterday afternoon. We went for a little ride out into the country, so I'd pumped the tyres up. I didn't overinflate them, but they were quite hard. Pumped them up for 2 up on the bike, but on this gravel it made the bike a lot more juddery and bouncy on the stones, so I let the tyres down a little bit, and it made a huge difference. It's a bit easier to ride, not so jolty and jarry, a little bit softer on the stones, which is much better. But I didn't let them down too much because I don't have a pump to pump them up again when I get back onto the tar seal. It's a little bit tricky, this road today. There doesn't seem to be any sort of wheel track, or too much of a wheel track in the road. Oh, here's a whole lot of wild goats up here, leaping over the edge of the road. You can see them there, black ones. Yeah, the gravel's sort of spread across the road pretty evenly, so often on a gravel road you can get into a wheel track and it's reasonably smooth and you can sort of get along a little bit quicker. I'm just taking it pretty easy today because that's not the case. I've got loose gravel everywhere and I don't want to be falling off. So you can see that there's a bit of grassland in here. This is quite a big station, this station, so hello, we've got a gate closed here. I think we should be able to go through. So this is what's called the bridge to somewhere. So this is the famous bridge to somewhere, and this bridge here was built in 1937, and it crosses the Whangamomana River, and it's the sister bridge to another bridge over those hills there. Probably, I don't know how many k's away from here, probably not too many k's. And that's called the Bridge to Nowhere, and most people that live around this area know all about these two bridges, the Bridge to Somewhere and the Bridge to Nowhere. But they're both very similar designs. We'll have a look at the bridge in a minute. I'll take some footage and get some photos, and there is a lot of stuff online about this bridge and also the Bridge to Nowhere. But they were built at about that time because after World War I, the idea was, and the dream was to develop this land around here in the bush area, but it's pretty rugged country, and eventually the whole project or the whole idea got abandoned. People just couldn't make it work. So these two bridges, the Bridge to Somewhere and the Bridge to Nowhere, are basically just, like it says on one of the write-ups, they're basically just memorials to a bygone era when they had great plans for this area around here. So I've ridden the bike out here today. I've come out here on the V-Strom today, and it's been a great ride. It's a beautiful day, and I'm just going to take some footage of the bridge. Hopefully I can get some good shots, and then I'll head on home, and hopefully I've been able to make up a really good video of this. One of the things I need to do before I head back is have some lunch. What have we got today? Peanut butter sandwiches. What more could a man want? My wife Suzanne, my lovely wife, made these for me. She said, I'll make you a couple of sandwiches, Kev, seeing as you're going on a bit of a trip today. So I'm going to have a bite to eat, and then we'll head home. So this has been a good day today. I hope you have enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, and give me a thumbs up, and I'll enjoy my peanut butter sandwich, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.